Timer's ticking. Last chance to hit those likes. Let's get the party started. Yo! Drew, I am the Fed. I am the damn Fed. Fahid isn't the Fed. Fahid is the farthest thing from the Fed. If Fahid was the Fed, market would already be dumping. Fahid would already be printing money like crazy. Yo, what's going on? What's going on, guys? Good morning, good morning, good morning. We got 2 days left in December, 2 days left in 2022. I'm ready for a new freaking year. Like I said, I am the Fed. If Fahid was the Fed, guys, I sort of told you this, then you would already see money printing, right? You would already be scared and say, we have to start money printing. You know what it is. Anyways, let's jump on into it. Liam said TF is Fahid. Fahid is horse guy, pretty much horse guy. All right, what's going on with Bitcoin, man? Bitcoin is hanging off a cliff right now. You guys could probably see the title of the stream. Will Bitcoin get a bounce here? The bulls might need it. And there's a very good reason for this, because we know I haven't been the most optimistic person here at least the last couple of weeks. And it looks like Bitcoin is hanging off a damn cliff, doing what it's done the entire damn freaking bear market. You guys can see right here in the daily time frame. Man. Is it another bear flag that wants to get a little bit of a move down? And that's not fun, right? That's not exciting, but that is, there's nothing been more encapsulating, and captivating, I don't know if that's the word, than in 2022, than bear flags break into the downside. What else has happened? I don't know. Has there been any other pattern that's played out? I don't think so, man. And I'm not even a big fan of patterns, guys. I don't even like patterns. I think patterns are memes for the most part, but here we are staring at the face of death for Bitcoin as it holds on tight here to the bottom of this little bit of a channel. Fahid said, am I being trolled? I acknowledge being horse gut. Man, Fahid trolled hard. Oh, Lord. If ETH goes to 350, I'll be doing some stuff. I'd do some dirty, dirty stuff for ETH at 350, man. Oh, looks like Java's getting arrested right now. I think he just went short. Java's getting arrested at the current moment. The cops are out for him. They can't take the shorts anymore. No one can take the shorts anymore here in 2022. Anyways, let's jump on into Bitcoin. So like we said, guys, I mean, this whole year, unfortunately, has been, obviously not the greatest year, right? Not the greatest year. I think we all kind of know this, and it's been upwards channel into a dump, upwards channel into a dump, upwards channel into a dump, and we don't see anything different here, okay? And you guys can see Bitcoin is breaking down from the flag as we speak, man. All right, so we need to see where Bitcoin closes today, okay? Because we've had wicks like this in the past. I was going to say, before we jump onto the stream, I guess it's good timing here. Before I jump onto the stream, I was going to say, we need to see where Bitcoin ends up closing today, because I sort of told you guys this yesterday. This price action that we're seeing right now reminds me a lot of the price action that we saw up here, where you had the 50 moving average coming down hot and sizzly, right? Just like you had here. You had the 50-day moving average coming down hot and sizzly. You had the upward sloping support line, upward sloping support line. You were going to get squeezed in between these two levels, just like you got squeezed in between the two levels here. Right? And it was like, okay, will this end up getting squeezed to the upside or squeezed to the downside? So far, looks like you're getting pushed to the downside, though I will say, let's wait for the close, because we have seen some points where you've gotten some wicks below, right? Wick, 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 a bunch of damn wicks. Let's wait for the close tonight at 7 p.m. Then we'll know, okay, are we breaking down from this shit? Or, will we sort of see, a close back above and a rise back up to the top? That's really what the short-term price action is for me at the moment. Until then, we can zoom in a little bit, and we're going to zoom in a little bit today. We've been talking about long-term charts. I think what I want the setup to be going forward. Let me know if you guys agree. What I think going forward, as we go through this bear market, I think I want the setup to be the morning streams to be short-term stuff, right? We just look at short-term charts, whatever you guys want to look at, and then the nights, we zoom out. We zoom out for all the hodlers out there, because I know a lot of you guys don't give a shit about what happens on the 1 hour. We don't give a shit about what happens on the 4 hour. We don't give a shit what happens on the 15 minute. We just want to know what's going to happen, I guess, when Bitcoin moon, right? I think that's what a lot of us want to see. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to be right now. All right, and I know it sounds like a Debbie Downer. Like, holy shit, Bitcoin. Jordan sounds like a Debbie freaking Downer. He sounds like he's depressed. I know you guys are going to say that. Jordan sounds depressed. Oh, man, the market is kind of depressing right now. I'm not going to lie. Anyways, let's jump on in over here on the short-term stuff. Is Bitcoin Cash worth buying? I mean, listen, I've made fun of Litecoin. I've made fun of Doge, right? I'm not going to make fun of Bitcoin Cash. Holy shit. I just clicked the random button. Here's the thing. I'm not going to make fun of Bitcoin Cash, because knowing me, I'll make fun of Bitcoin Cash, knowing my luck, and Bitcoin Cash will go on to absolutely moon in the next bull market. We know how this works, guys. We definitely know how this works. I'm down. Holy moly. John said muted. John, you can't do the no sound troll this morning. Anyways, let's look at what Bitcoin's doing. So I was hoping, and here's the two levels I'm looking for Bitcoin to get a bounce. These are the two levels we want to see hold here, my friends. 16,436, which I was looking for that to hold. I'm not going to lie. We look over here and we say, okay. We look over here and we say, the last two times you came down to this level, you were able to get some pretty nice moves up, right? So you can see that this was the start of this vector candle here at 436. And then this was the start of this vector candle here at 16,436. You are breaking that right now, but I'm very interested to see where this candle closes. You got 1 hour until this candle closes. Where will this candle close? We can close back above here for 16,436. I still think this is a decent opportunity for still a rise back up as we just continue in this stupid range, up, down, up, and possibly back up again. We'll see. We'll see. At the end of the day, if this does close below 1436, this is my line in the sand right here. 16,255 on the short-term time frames, which is this big little wickaroo here. We're basically just coming back down to take that wick. Let's see. I mean, at the end of the day, if this does break, oh man, that could be that point where I think we're all kind of waiting for volatility. If we break 16,246, that could be that point where we start to creep back down and test some of these lows, which again, you would expect to bounce off the lows, but up until that point, at least we would get some, maybe a little bit of volatility from that point. But I will say, like, the constant rejection off the 50-day moving average, just constant rejection, has not been a recipe for success in Bitcoin's past. That's led to some pretty big downturns when you just keep getting rejected from the 50-day moving average like that. And you can't get back above it, right? So we shall see. I still think the price action looks pretty shady here on the daily time frame and up, though I could see a point where you get a short-term bounce. I could definitely see that. Bearish on the sound. Let's see. He just said test lows. Some delicious coffee here, man. Delicious coffee. But yeah, I mean, listen, I look at this and, like, I don't like being ultra kind of negative still, but, once again, we sort of take this bear flag again and we put this to the downside. It does give you a target back down here to 13K. At the end of the day, man, I still say that all the bigger time frames too, right? We're not going to look at this morning, but the yearly, the 6 month, the 3 month, they all are pointing to 14,000. Does that happen? We'll see, right? But at least the charts to me are telling me that Bitcoin on the daily time frame and up still look pretty shady. They still are coming, or at least pointing to 13,800 at the very, very least. I guess it's an obvious level. It's been talked to for death. I think we've talked about that a million freaking times of why 13,800 is a point in level. I'm sick of talking about it, to be honest. I think we're all sick of talking about it. Let me see. Hit that mother effing like button, said Michael Higgins. Michael Higgins, what's going on, man? Appreciate you being in here. Man. What is going on in the chat? Oh man, everyone just wants to troll. Here's what everyone cares about now. Everyone's still obsessed with SBF. I don't know why, guys. Is it just me? I see these SBF videos pop up on my damn home screen. I'm like, dude, I'm so sick of that. No one gives a shit about that anymore, right? I don't know, but it seems like people still give a shit about that. I don't know why. It's like you got all this made up shit. It's like, oh, I know this information, but I'm not gonna tell you it yet, just to get people to continue to click. It's like, dude, I'm so sick of the SBF stuff. I really am, and honestly, I'm sick of the price action too. To be fair, I'm definitely sick of that. But people care about SBF and trolling. Those are the two things that people care about. The chat's on crack. I guess. I don't know. You guys sick of SBF? I am. I don't give a flying F about that anymore. I really don't. Vegan has been milked enough. I would say, I don't know. I would say, is there any vegans in the chat? Listen, for me personally, I think I would prefer the carnivore diets over vegan. Like, if I had to pick only one thing to eat between protein, carbs, we could do protein, carbs, veggies. Just call it protein, carbs, veggies. Which one would you choose? If you only could eat one for the rest of your life, proteins, carbs, and veggies, which one do you choose? I'm taking the meat diet all day. If you're picking a veggie diet, oh my, I don't even know if you can sit up here and call yourself a crypto man. I will say that, right? If you are seriously would pick veggies over meat, I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. First of all, you're going to look like a damn stick. You're going to have no muscle on your body. Second of all, who would pick veggies over meat? Like, oh my lord. I get it if you're a chick. Yeah, totally. Pick veggies. But no. You go carnivore diet all day. Actually, sometimes I do that. Sometimes there's been times where I just eat meat. For sure. Meat and nuts. Jordan ruined any rally, not wearing not hat wearing fool. The hat, I told you, the hat will come back on as soon as I think Bitcoin's ready to go back to the upside. I don't think it's ready yet. So I'm telling you guys, I'm teaching you the power of the hat. Okay, follow whatever is on the hat. If Jordan does not have the hat on, Bitcoin go down. If Jordan has the hat on, Bitcoin gonna go up. I'm testing the theory. Okay, I am testing the theory. Maybe someone can make a graph of this. Okay, as soon as I put the hat back on, expect Bitcoin to continue up on the daily. Until then, expect daily red candles. Okay, we got a deal. Maybe it'll be tomorrow. Maybe it'll be tomorrow the hat comes back on. But right now, Jordan remains.
Bitcoin is bearish.
Jordan remains bearish. Okay? Sound like damn savvy. I sound like damn savvy at the moment, man. Holy crap. I really, really do sound like damn savvy. It's ridiculous, man. Man. Make sure you get all of it in there at the same time. Bitcoin Mania says 12,500. We'll talk about long-term stuff tonight. I want to sort of split it up so we actually have more stuff to talk about. Morning stream, short-term price action. Night stream, long-term price action. And I think I'm going to keep it that way. I don't know. At this point, I'm going to have to start talking about news. Shit, man. Am I going to have to turn it into a news channel? Like, Christ. Lord. I'm going to have to turn it to George. Lord, but just make up random shit. Or why Bitcoin's bullish. You know? I guess that's where we're at. Should we try a news channel? Let me just find some random charts on Twitter and say, guys, this is why Bitcoin's bullish. Even though there's nothing bullish about the charts at all. But, hey, maybe I'm going to start doing that. Let me know. Should Jordan turn into a hopium channel? Or it could be a doomsday channel too. Guys, this is why Bitcoin looks extremely bearish, and just go through every reason why Bitcoin looks bearish. You know? The hash rates look bullish. It's delicious. Let me see. Jordan News Channel. How about morning stream, food channel, evening stream, crypto? A food stream in the morning? Dude, I'll get so fat. I love food too much, man. I love food way too much. I love it way too much. But in reality, I mean, Bitcoin's going sideways, guys. I mean, it's fun in games. But I will continue to say this. It's the stair step of death until Bitcoin doesn't have the stair step to death. At one point, it will not be the stair step to death. But when we just look at what Bitcoin's done the whole year, okay? If we want to keep it real, we don't want to fudge stuff, okay? It's been upwards channel, upwards channel, upwards channel, upwards channel. This one was a little bit shady over here. Looking back at it. This one, I guess, wasn't really an upwards channel. But you guys get the point, right? It's been bear flag, down, bear flag down, bear flag down, bear flag down, bear flag down. But what I'll notice is about these bear flags, though. What I'll notice is on these bear flags is you notice that the volatility, at least what it shows is it seems like the volatility to the downside is slowly decreasing, right? Slowly decreasing. Like right here, you dropped 50%, and then on this one you dropped 45%, and then on this one you dropped 40%. And then on this one, you dropped 24%. And then on this one, you dropped 24%. So it seems like slowly but surely, okay? And this is kind of going into my thought process as we get along the bear market here, is slowly but surely you'll see the sell pressure start to wane down, okay? Slowly start to wane down. Slowly. It seems like each considering dump continues to be lower and lower and lower. And that's what I expect going through the next couple weeks to months here. Is I do expect a little more sideways / down, but let's say Bitcoin does this again. Let's say Bitcoin drops to 13,800, like everyone likes to say. Okay, 13,800 would be about a 16% drop from where we're currently at. Once again, slowly but surely starting to see the volatility start to stop to the downside as the dumps keep getting less and less and less each time. Okay, so still my take is Bitcoin continues to do something like this, right? Or over the course of time, it just maybe it gets another little move up, comes back down, but it slowly starts to round out over time as we get into 2023. And then eventually you'll get the little rally when the Fed starts to say good things. But yeah, I guess that's my thought process going forward. Let me get rid of this. There we go. Jordan, can you add the Crypto Rover to your collection? Crypto Rover. We already have Crypto Rover at the collection, man. Crypto Rover is the weird guy who keeps going. We already have him. Maybe we'll see him tonight. Crypto Rover will be great. I don't even know what Crypto Rover talks about anymore, man. I just remember he used to say, "I'm super excited for Bitcoin." He always was excited. I mean, I was always excited too, but I never was like, "I'm super excited." Anyone who says they're super, any guy who says they're super, you got to be a little bit hesitant to trust them, okay? Because no guy should be going, "I'm super, I'm super excited," right? Don't be saying super. Say super. You could say you're really excited or you're super excited. Not you're super excited. It's a little bit sus. I traded all my soul for Cadena. Nice. I need more George Hopium. Oh, Lord. Let me see. Good advice, Franco. Poppy said, "I like when you reviewed other people's crappy analysis." Oh, Lord. There's some people who have good stuff out there. It really is. Let's see. Damn, my girlfriend just left for 4 days to visit her grandparents, and I'm going to be so bored. Drew, trade a little bit, even though there's nothing to trade. You could trade a little bit. Doomsday is more exciting. Let me ask you guys in the chat. What would be more exciting? Bitcoin drop into 14K or Bitcoin drop into 14K or Bitcoin go inside? What would you rather? I'll ask you guys this. What would you prefer at this point? Bitcoin drop into 14K and going sideways for another 3 months, or Bitcoin staying where it is and going sideways for another 3 months? But the kicker is, if it drops, you don't know if it's going to stay there. You don't know if it's going to go up or down. Let me know. What would you prefer? I'd be shocked at the results of this. I think a lot of you guys would prefer Bitcoin to actually dump and they go sideways for 3 more months. All right. But yeah, that's about where we're at this morning. I mean, there's not a ton to talk about. I mean, Ethereum, let's go check out Ethereum. I've been begging to, I'm still in my Chainlink trade, but like as far as a short-term trade, I've been fiending for some type of trade, man. There's just ain't anything to do. I like to stick, when I do short-term trades, I like to stick to at least Bitcoin and Ethereum. But there's really hasn't been much, man, on Bitcoin and Ethereum that gets me like, okay, I want to go long or I want to go short here. There ain't nothing. Let me see. Corey said 14K. Don't even care at this point. A drop side crab. So effing crabby. There's nothing to trade. It's true. I mean, ETH. Here's my hopium on ETH. You guys know I'm not the most optimistic person at the world right now. Here's my hopium on Ethereum. And this is a little bit of hopium, so I'm going to put the disclaimer out there. This is hopium. This is not something that's guaranteed, okay? No analysis is guaranteed. This is just speculative. We like to speculate over here. Okay. I'm looking at this upward sloping trend line for Ethereum, okay? So you have bounce number 2, you have bounce number 3. So far, you're holding this again. If Ethereum can get a bounce here and continue to make this like higher low structure, right? And it might be a little bit of stretch to say if it gets a bounce here, but if it does, could you be carving out more of a longer term bullish pattern where you sort of make these higher lows, you make the horizontal highs, and you do eventually come up for this daily vector candle, which is sitting up here, staring you in the face, right? Begging to be taken, which I do think it gets taken at some point. It just could be now. It could be 2 months from now. You know, at this point, would I be surprised if the market goes sideways for another 2 months? Absolutely not. I'm kind of expecting that, to be honest. But could you come up and take this? I still think it's definitely a possibility you come up and take that. The reason why I say that is, in 2018, how did the bear market end? I'm still not convinced that, it's necessarily going to play out the same way, but you kind of did this longer term pattern too on the daily where, you made a higher low, you made a higher low, you made a higher low. You continue to paint out a higher low, right? As you got resistance. You sort of painted out this longer term structure. If Ethereum continues that into January, right? It does this whole thing for January where it just stays in this sort of structure down here. Could you be painting out, more of a, maybe not the low of the lows, but at least a local low? Could be, right? Could be. So we'll watch this. I think it's a little bit speculative at the moment. I want to see at least one more bounce to be like, all right, maybe this plays out. But we keep watching it. But this could keep going sideways till the end of February. So don't get excited about this. Even if it does come up, it still could just chop sideways till February and just do absolutely nothing. Okay? So that's kind of ETH. At the end of the day, I think the thing we should be watching is the S&P. Look at the S&P. Look at the futures, man. This thing just got a huge wick to the downside. Holy moly, man. Huge wick to the downside. We know a lot of stocks have been getting crushed, man. Crushed. Is the S&P about ready to drop? Is the NASDAQ about ready to drop? We haven't really seen those drop yet, but we've seen the big players in the stock market at least. Right? Tesla, Amazon, Netflix, PayPal, all drop 60+%. They're altcoins at this point. And will the S&P and the NASDAQ continue to come down? That's the big question. The DXY is actually dropping below the 50-week moving average at this point. Will it hold? I don't know. I don't think it does. I think this does. I think the DXY, you guys know my take. This is why I'm kind of a little bit bearish at the moment, because I think the DXY bounces here. And you'll see crypto stocks continue down, even though I think Bitcoin's going to hold up. I'll say this. I think altcoins will continue to get bled. I think stocks will continue to bleed, but I think Bitcoin holds the line somewhat. And you can maybe add Ethereum in there too, even though I think Ethereum will still go down a little bit too. And this is coming from an Ethereum lover over here. Okay, I love Ethereum. I want to take Ethereum. Okay, I want to take everyone's Ethereum. But sort of, I still expect the DXY to bounce here, and that would make everything else go down in the meantime. But that's about where we're at. But yeah, that's about all I have. We can kind of chill for this morning and wait for this range to be sort of played out. For whom the bell tolls. When ETH Classic Moon? ETH Classic Moon? ETH Classic will moon when Jordan starts to talk about ETH Classic again. Because Ethereum Classic, it's looking really fading, man. Really faded right now. I don't know why. As to this day, whenever I say Ethereum Classic, I get the list. But it's only when I say Ethereum Classic, though. Not when I say Ethereum. When I say Ethereum Classic. It's only when I say Classic. The Selka said this 1 or 2% daily moves for Bitcoin is hideous. Can't even scalp. You really can't, man. You really can't. It's yes, you're in a range, but the range is tough. It's a tough range because the issue with this range is even though for the last 10 days Bitcoin's been going sideways like this, you would say, okay, just short here, long here. Okay, that's cool. But the issue with this is you've been getting some pretty hefty fake out wicks either direction. Like here, you would have got stopped out, stopped out. You probably would have waited here to long. Will it reach there? Probably not. So you'll probably miss that long. It'll probably come up. You'll miss that one. It'll probably come up here again. You'll probably say, okay, I'm going to short here. That's when it'll probably rip up, stop you out again. This price action just stuck. This price action sucks, right? It does. It's not like, I guess I should say not the most clean. It is kind of clean, to be honest. But it's choppy, and the reason why it's not fun is because it's been moving slowly. If this was the 15-minute chart, okay, cool, we get some volatility. But this is the 4-hour chart, which looks like a 15-minute chart at this point. You know what I mean? It's brutal, man. Brutal. 2 weeks of a, let's see, $500 range. I don't remember where we've seen that low volatility, and it shows on all the volatility indicators, right? It shows on, look at any indicator here. Look at daily BBWP, bottomed out. Weekly BBWP, coming up a little bit, but still on the lower side there. 2 week, bottomed out, lowest it's ever been for Bitcoin in Bitcoin's history. Monthly, actually about to get across to the downside, which is interesting. This doesn't really mean much, but does that point to a lower volatility time from monthly? Probably. What's interesting about this is the monthly BBWP. The last 2 times you were topped out when you crossed was actually during kind of like bull faces. But this time you're crossing on the bearish side, which is very interesting. Usually when these cross, it means you get lower volatility on the monthly. We'll see. It kind of makes sense, to be fair. But yeah, all these time frames, 5-day, coming back down. It's about where we're at. It is a boring and it's a boring market for people looking to to invest, and it's a boring market for people looking to trade. Pretty much both. Pretty much freaking both. Because people who want to invest at this point, I think, want lower prices. They've kind of DCA'd these levels. They're ready for lower prices. And the people who are trading are like, shit, give me volatility. And you're not seeing it from either direction. You know? My $4 margin trade ain't looking too good. But it's probably 410 with this volatility last. It's like, shit. Shit. Let me see. Let me see. DXY is going to go sub 100 at end of 2023. Oh yeah, probably the end of 2023 for sure. It's just 2023 is the biggest since I've been in crypto. 2023 is the most wild card year, right? I think every other year up to this point, okay, it was like 2017, okay. Then you had 2018. You had a massive blow off top. You were expecting 2018 to probably be a bad year. And then 2019, it was like, okay, it's like in the past, you went sideways. Bitcoin pretty much went sideways in 2019. 2020, it was like, okay, the year of the halving. Bitcoin probably starts to go back up a little bit. That's what it did. 2021, normally a bullish year. 2021 was a bullish year. And then 2022, probably a bear year based off previous times. It was a bear year based off the 4-year cycle. 2023, I mean, it's a big wild card year because of the macro factors. Though, if we were just to strictly go based off of what Bitcoin normally does during these 4-year cycle years, you have 1 year of downside, which we had in 2022, check. Now you would normally see, kind of a 1 year of sideways, slash like sideways in the beginning, slash slightly up at the end, which that's what I'm expecting, right? I think you could go to 14K. You could have a wick down that scares everyone lower than that, which I do also think is a possibility too. If the stock market crashes, you could see Bitcoin, big wick back down, lower than people expect, but gets bought back up. Kind of like the March of 2020 crash almost, which would be, if that happened, that would be pretty sick, to be honest, because that would give you unbelievable chances there. But, now you would expect Bitcoin to just kind of do this, maybe you get a little bit of a run up somewhere in there. But then at the end of 2023, you would continue up. I will say this. If 2023 plays out exactly like the other bear markets, it'll be hilarious because we spent this whole year trying to predict what's going to happen in 2023. And all we had to do was look at what happened, what Bitcoin did in the past. Watch. Let's say this right now. Let's come back to this video right here. Okay? Next year, we'll all still be here. Okay? You better be here. Let's come back to this video. Okay, let's meme this. If Bitcoin just does exactly what it's always done, always, everyone overreacted, and Bitcoin just ends up, at the end of 2023 being somewhere around 22K. Let's see, right? That's what you expect if this was to play out. Watch. That's probably what's going to happen. You might get some volatility in there. You might get another wick down, and then a move back up, little rally to a move back down, But we probably end up slightly closer to where we are now, a little bit higher. Let's see. I think we all overthink this sometimes, and we like to overthink because there wouldn't be anything to do if we didn't overthink. It would just be okay. Let me buy and let me just chill. But we like to overthink things. That's what we like to do. We'll be 16.5K next year. Let's see. Drew said 12K BTC soon. Yeah, I think that's a possibility for sure. It's a possibility. The way I see stocks getting capitulated, I think that'll go into crypto a little bit. But I think if Bitcoin does go to 12K, it'll get bought up. I don't think we just chill at 12K. I don't see us just sitting there at 12K. I think if that did happen, you know, and most people would be like, I would buy the shit of Bitcoin at 12K. You probably won't because you'll probably miss the opportunity anyways. But if that did happen, I think you more likely get a wick below 14K, and then it kind of gets bought up and you kind of just chill around 14K. That would be my preferred scenario, is you kind of just end up chilling like that. I think that's what's going to happen at this point. Hopefully I'm wrong, right? Hopefully it's like, okay, Jordan thinks bearish, so now it's going to go up. Cool. I mean, I would rather be wrong, okay, and be a meme than be right, you know, for sure. Actually, I don't agree with that. Actually, I would actually rather be right. Actually, now that I say that, I'd rather be right at this point. I wouldn't watch the show if I didn't overthink. That's true. Very, very true. I'm buying more BTC now and all the way down. Do it at smart levels, man. Smart levels. So I think DCA is a good strategy, but you got to do it at smart levels. Don't just be throwing money in whenever. Okay? Do it at cool, all right? So if you already bought this level, okay, say, okay, I'm not going to buy anything until, you know, where you think that Bitcoin could have a decent bounce. So you can say, okay, I'm not buying anything until Bitcoin hits 13,800. Okay, cool. I'm not buying anything from then if Bitcoin hits 12K. Okay, cool. You know, I wouldn't say, I think DCA is a good strategy. Just gotta do it at smart levels. Like, don't be, if Bitcoin gets a pump up to 20K, a lot of people say, okay, I'm DCA. No, that's when you should actually be taking profits, okay, taking some off the board. Because if you assume that the bear market will continue, you would want to buy a little bit lower. That's when you would want to take a little bit of profits. You know? Spent that $100 wisely, said Rich. All right, guys, I'm going to call it a stream here. We've been kind of rambling here. I wanted to keep it short term, and I ended up talking about long term shit. So I'll see you guys tonight, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you guys are there. We'll talk some cool stuff, and you know, we'll talk about what we can talk about. Yeah, I'll be out. Next week, I might turn this into a news channel in the morning, because that's what seems like people care about that now. No one cares about price action. Everyone cares about Sam Bankman-Fried. So we're gonna start talking about Sam Bankman-Fried. You know, because that's what people care about. Anyways, I'm out. Peace. Catch you guys at 6:30 p.m. Adios. Don't do anything I want to do. Don't panic sell crypto. Most people don't panic sell crypto, but don't be afraid to take profits in the bear market rallies until proven otherwise. Because that's what we got. Later. Peace.